Okay, so here we are, my 8,000 points of my Stormcast, my glitterati as I call them. Now if you notice on all of them, these are a sub-faction of the Hammers of Sigmar. Yep, I know what I mean. Just to quickly point out before I forget, these prosecutors up here, that we have got the wings, but they are in the process of being airbrushed, so that's why they have not got any. So here we are, about a year and 2 months worth of collecting.
Yep.
So not bad at all. I've got at least one of every unit and one of every character. Some cases more than one. If I really like them, yeah, I would love a few more bits and pieces, but I really don't need any. So, oh, and a little extra here. Harry made this mage for me for a tournament, so I allied him in. So what have we got? Let's start with my go-to general. Favourite character of all time, Lord Celestin on foot. He is amazing. Absolutely amazing. His Furious Retribution, +1 to hit. Wow. Give that on the unit of Retributors. You're laughing. But not only that, he's got 2 melee weapons, and then he's got his shooting. So he's got so much going for him. And especially the fact his shooting isn't actually a shooting weapon, it's just an ability, so you can still run. Get closer to a unit, so give them +1 hit. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't take him? So he is by far, and I use him a lot, so people kind of get in the hang of him. So I might have to change things up. Nah. Moving down. 1 and 2 Heralders. Yes, Phil got me this one for my birthday, just gone. They are amazing. Them D3 mortal wounds on terrain, it's yeah. Went to a tournament with him, just won this one. And my opponent, unfortunately, was against Stormcast, and he spread them this huge piece of terrain. Like all of his units nearly were surrounding it, and I just blew it up, and I was nearly crying. But yeah, it was awesome. So imagine 2 of them in the same army. That would be nasty. But yeah, they are really awesome. And then they make a unit charge, 1 and charge, so very, very good. Next we have named Celestin with Gravel Showerheart, is it? Gabriel Showerheart, sorry, I'm no good with names. I am quite proud of his paint job. It doesn't look very good from where the camera is, but in person, yeah, it's really good. I've only used him once, and I didn't optimise him as good as I could have. I literally got him painted and I wanted him in, so I just flung him in, even though I would have made my list and strategised what I wanted to, how I wanted to play, etc. So, down here we have Warhammer World Exclusive, Errant Questor. Don't really play him much. Yeah, I did when I ran Dracoth as my general, Celestin Dracoth, and he tanked the wounds. But not since me and Celestin Dracoth had a fallen out, do I play much. I would love to get him in a game. I think I might try in my next game. Next up, we have a conversion, a Knight Questor. Harry made this from a Retributor. And green stuff for cloak. I think it's awesome. He hates green stuff because he says he can't really use it, but I think he's did it awesome good there. I have not actually played him in a game yet, just haven't had the chance, or I'm just not really keen. I like him, but I prefer some of the others to him first, before him. Next up, he's another one. It's the Veritant, and awesome model, but just like the others, these 2, not my favourite, so I don't push as hard to put him in my lists. Maybe I should, because that spell, one spell, I'd say all it takes. If I could deny just one. And that is definitely Stormcast's weakness. No spells. I have played him once or twice, but yet again, maybe I haven't optimised him the best. I just want to point out, you may notice all the heroes have got purple glitter, where if you come down here, there's some purple and some silver glitter. The purple glitter is for heroes or special weapons, whereas silver glitter, as you can see on my decimators here, the prime has got the normal, the purple glitter, and the silver glitter is just for the normals. Anyway, sorry, back. So yeah, these last 3 characters, I'm gonna have to try and maybe get them into a game together, see what they can do. Maybe run show hard as me general. We don't know. Anyway, moving on. And next we have another one of my favourites, Lord Castellan, and his trusty Gryph-hound. Yeah, I love him. I've never used, well, I have, but it's been a very long time since I used his lantern to do the mortal wounds against Khorne, even though I clear Khorne a bit. Against Khorne quite a lot. But the +1 save and then heal a wound on a 6 save, when you roll for your save, that's just, for me, that's how I like to play, so every time that's what I take. And I love the fact from the FAQ that that you roll the saves and heal a wound if you do before any damage is done. So I don't know if that's a mistake by GW, but until it's corrected, I'm going to take advantage, and I just love them. Don't really run the Gryph-hounds. Meh. I just don't. I'd rather play other stuff, to be honest. But yes, Castellan, I've had him from the start, and one of my favourites. Moving back, there we are, the Prime. Awesome. He's absolutely unbelievable. He's a beast. The 3 damage. I'll tell you what, you can get him in to play. I know you're meant to keep him out of play for as many rounds as possible. But you can give him the artifact, a +1 attack.
+2 if it's against chaos.
+2 if it's against chaos. Bring him in turn 2. You're laughing because you've got 5 attacks. And with the amount of damage output, even hordes are going to go running, as well as monsters. So don't get to play him as much as I'd like. Oh.
And what special rule does he have, Lucy? Where you can change 1 dice per turn.
I was behind the camera there, I was telling him to show because I always forget it. But yeah, change 1 dice per turn, I always forget it, so...
She fails the 9-inch charge and forgets to change one of them to a 6.
Yeah. I will remember, I'll just need to play more to remember it more.
Yeah.
Right, down here we have Mr. Relictor. He's actually, I'll get him out a bit closer because he's one of my proudest paint jobs, even though he's one of the first ones I ever did. I mean, obviously the pink can be done with a bit better, but I love the, what's it called, the banner. Yeah, I kind of focus, I'm no good with this camera. So, yep. Blessed weapons with him. Amazing. Just amazing. I mean, who wouldn't want extra attacks? Especially, again, on the Retributors. Yeah. Even in his healing ability, even that's still... Yeah. I always remember one of the scenes I remember from the book, Gates of Azir, is him healing one of the Retributors on the front line. Yeah, and it was good. It was good. Anyway, moving on, we have Vexilor. Again, it's a Retributor convert. Kyle from Games Workshop Sunderland actually had a spare banner, so he gave it to us. Thank you. Never ran him. No, I have. Once, and he was a bit of a letdown. Yeah, not one of my favourites. I'm going to have to sit and try and think of a list to utilise him more, and maybe there's a couple of the others that I never run. Like Veritant and the Questors. So, because it's a shame, I've got them, should use them. Anyway, moving on, we've got Neve. Again, only played her once.
Twice.
Them attacks, oh. Imagine blessed weapons on her.
You don't need it because she gets it anyway.
She does, yeah. Oh, no.
I think so.
No. Anyway, she's good to run with the Vanguard, but I'm not keen on Vanguard. So I'll have to think, oh, she's got no glitter on her base. I'll rectify that as soon as possible. So anyway, there is our Neve right there. And up here, Lord Aquila. I love the Griff Charge. I should love him. But I don't like him. He's great actually. No, actually my last game I played him with, he was really good actually.
The last time you used him before that, you killed a Korgorath with him as well.
True.
And Korg's Cull.
I think what it is, it's just I've got bad experience with the Paladors. And I associate them with him, and yeah. But in the last game actually, I didn't forget it in any of the games, but I didn't necessarily remember it when I wasn't playing him, is he's got both the hand weapons, the melee weapons, which was a nice surprise. So that helped us walk him a little bit. Anyway, over here we have two Celestin on Dracoths. The one on the right is the one that I got from the... Oh God, I got that.
The Age of Sigmar starter set?
Yep, it was pretty much the first model I got. Like I say, I loved him. He was my general. First model in every game, and then I just... You know what I mean? I got him hitting and winning on 2s or something like that, and I just... No, on 3s, and I just failed every hit.
All the time?
All the time. Every single game, every single wall. And then he's got his 3-up save. I was putting Lord Castellan's ability +1. So it was like basically 2s, rerolling 1s. And I was just, then if there was a rend, obviously it was 3 rerolling 1s, and I was just rolling 2, 2, 2, 2 and 2. So anyway, he is, after this review, going to go and sit in a bucket and get stripped because I'm going to repaint him. He's, like I say, he was one of the first models I painted, and it's not very good. I've changed colour schemes a little bit, different purples. The cloak will be going pink like the rest. Like his buddy next to him there. I'll turn him around so you can see. Actually, it might go a bit different, that a bit lighter. But anyway, he has got the hammer, and when I want to, I'll be running him. I was going to magnetise the shield. I'm going to run him as Vandus one time or another, and the other one is just a plain non-named one. Right, and at the back we go with Stardrake. He's awesome.
I wish you'd use him more.
I know. He is cheaper points since the General's Handbook 17 came out. But still, yeah, he's brilliant. Last time I played him, oh wow. He chomped through hordes of Carrie's corn and then just chomped down on wizards. And now he's it was so funny. Right, moving over here. There you go, there's another betrayer.
It became one of your favourite models, wasn't it?
It is, yeah, and just every time I play him, just nothing.
How many times have you hit and wounded with the Starfated Arrow?
I'd say every 10 times I've played him, I'm lucky to have hit it once.
Yeah.
It's just never gets off. Like, oh, it's unbelievable. So me and him had a falling out, but I still love him. And I think I might get him out next game. And next we have Azeroth. Very rarely played him. I think is he in the Here conversion as well?
No, that's the original.
He's the original. I don't know, I've never...
The problem is they nerfed him in the battle tone.
They did.
Because he used to let people deep strike really, really close to him. And now they nerfed it.
So anyway, that is all of the characters. I have one of each at least, and then there's a couple that I have too. And yeah, I favour a few more than the others, but maybe I should try and get the other ones that I don't like, these two down here. At least get him a game. Yeah. Oh gosh, imagine next year I play with 2 heralders. Oh.
No thank you.
Oh yes.
No thank you.
Oh yes. So, moving on, let's start over here. I have 30 liberators, 20 sword and shields, and 10 paired.
Hammer and shield, you mean?
Yes, sorry. And then 10 paired blades. Nothing else to say. The battle line, I do prefer the shields over the paired weapons, the hammer and shields. And I love Lalo the Tyrant. So, and then get the next Celestin on foot and you're laughing, you're hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. 2 attacks each, come on. What's not to like about that? Again, the paired blades.
Hitting on 3s reroll once, but
yeah.
Not wounding, is it?
No, you're wounding on 4, so... The Lawmaster, is that a model one or was it a unit?
Model.
Oh.
That's a hint at what she's just picked up, by the way.
It is, yes. I'll show you that at the end. Next up, we have Midicrothian Guard, and there's all the extras, the different weapons. Points, it's basically I run them as Tempestors pretty much all the time because I love that if you run them and you shoot both of them at the same unit, they are at -1 to hit you in the next turn. So I love that, but I can run them as any of the 4. Especially now that the other ones have been knocked down in price as well. I do like that. So, down here we have 2 units of 5 or 1 big unit of 10 if you want Judicators. But I've got 2, the Prime's got the the special war. So why wouldn't you run them into 2 separate units? Even if they all target the same thing, if they squash up right next to each other, gets you the extra special weapon, doesn't it? So, and I like the rerolls. I'm not used to playing Khorne, so I can reroll hits of a 1. So when I don't face Khorne and I do it, it's like, oh crap, no, and go back and redo it. So moving on over here, and as you can see, my Decimators, Protectors, and Retributors probably is my favourite unit. Is the Retributors. What can I say? I love them. Favourite ever unit. Unit of 10 with 4-star Stormcasters. I've only ever done that once and it was in a tournament, I think. And yeah, oh, he's got his back to his. What can I say? From the start, they've been my favourite unit. I've got 2 primes there, so I can run them in 2 units of 5, or a big unit of 10, which is the same with the Protectors and the Decimators. Now, out of all 3, why is the Retributors my favourite? Simply because they're good against anything. Hordes, monsters, characters. These are only good against really monsters. Yeah, they've got a lot of attacks and they do but it's 1 damage each. They put them against a big monster, you crap. I mean, put them in a horde, one can go up to 7, 8 attacks each. Against a monster it's 1 each, so what are you going to do, you know what I mean? So these 2 are very circumstantial, or whatever that word is. But these, they're good for anything. So that's why I love them, because, yeah, and they're heavy, and they'll just laugh at anything and smash them to bits. Anyway, behind them we have the 3 Liberators from Shadespire.
Steelheart's Champions.
Yep, there's the female. There's the other one, and there is... He's probably my favourite model wise, I just love his massive sword there. So, moving on at the back, and we have up here my Prosecutors. We have 3 that we got from the beginning in the first box we ever got with the paired hammers, and then I've just literally the other week finished the Prosecutors, the 6 with javelins. So much better. Why I equipped them the first lot with hammers, I have no idea.
And how long have you had them Prosecutors?
Months and months and months. I've just now getting ready to paint them. So I think I was just put off because they are quite poor, the hammer ones. So I was like, but yeah. Anyway, now we move on to my Vanguard. I love all the models, like everything else, but they're not my favourites. I just think I haven't utilised them enough when I have played them, and every time I've played against armies, I seem to pick them and then end up facing an army that you need the rend, and of course there's very little rend.
Are you on about the Hurricane crossbows here?
Most of the Vanguard, all the hunters, and the raptors with hurricanes, and even the paladars, like very little rend. So I don't know how it happens. I
think the key with them is manoeuvrability, because obviously your hunters can just turn up in your enemy's backline and take
an objective.
If you weren't playing me, I know the bull rapid blood secretor, for example, to not let them get to them. But if you're playing someone that doesn't know Stormcast as well, or might leave a character at the backline exposed, or even an objective marker, your hunters can get there.
Yeah. We have 9, you can see all the primes at the top there, 9 of the Hurricane crossbows.
I just want to point out as well that they're actually all conversions from the
They are.
Liberators.
Yep, we bought a box of Liberators because we had 9 of, we bought
3 boxes of Raptors, so we built them all as long strikes.
Yep, there they are there. So we had all the weapons for them. So we just bought a box of Liberators and Harry converted them all for us.
Yep.
And no one's even noticed the difference. So, but they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I would love for them to have an extra attack each. So imagine.
What? Because 9's not enough?
When then units of 3 there's only 3 attacks per unit.
Oh, you mean the long strikes?
Yes.
Oh
god, if they don't move 9 attacks each, come on. Imagine that against a horde of 30 bloodletters. Imagine.
You always whiff your rolls for them though.
I know. Like, I think one time I had 2 units, so that's 6 times 9. I think out of them I was lucky to do 5 wounds.
No, I think it was against me Frostlord.
Anyway, the long strikes. Wow.
Horrible.
Wow. -2, 2 damage each. If you roll a hit for 6, 2 mortal wounds instantly.
Horrible.
I love them. And if you can see the prime in the middle, he's got the bird from the
Was the Azeroth
Inventor kit. Yep. So not only are they stunning models to look at, they are just sit them as far back as you can because they reach 30 inches if they don't move. You know what I mean?
How did you learn that lesson, Lucy?
Yeah. It was a battle report. We were playing a game against these Beast Claw raiders, and I put them pretty much on the deployment line like I do everything else. And he got first turn and stormed with the Stonehorn, instant 6 mortal wounds, wiped the entire unit out.
That was Frostweather Dice from Thunder Tusk.
So from now on they get sent at the back, don't move. Anyway, moving across, we have 9 Aether Wings. I do like these for the flexibility in that they're going to end-up charge, but because they don't have a save, it's like, you're putting them in to get slaughtered. But I suppose it does save a unit.
They also grab objectives really well. How many games have you won by using them to grab
That
objectives?
That is true, yeah. So, there you have it. My entire 8k force of Stormcast Eternals.
What are you adding to it next?
For Christmas, Harry got me a box of Gryphounds. So, as a big unit, they might come on when I get them painted. I'm going to actually paint them. I've decided to start using the airbrush, and I'm going to use the flip paints from Green Stuff World. Don't know if you've seen it, posts about them. They are brilliant. The two-tone, like you see two-tone car. It looks brilliant. But next, after that, wait, no, actually before that, because he's already primed. Ta-da! A high elf lord. Master. Gonna get a spell. But reroll hits and wounds on a model. So imagine that.
Who could that be useful on, Lucy?
Oh, I'm pointing right at him.
But I was thinking the guy that always whiffs.
Ah. Yeah. Actually, funny enough, I can get both of them in the same shot.
Fair enough.
Venator and
Oh, I wasn't thinking Venator.
Dracoth.
Oh.
Yeah, they're in the same shot on the camera. My two betrayers. So, and say I am facing against Zinj, put Veritant and the Lord Master. There's at least 2 spells I can try to deny.
And then you've got your little arcane wizard.
Yeah. Oh.
And you can ally Branch Witch.
And there is an artifact that gives us where something, whoever I give it to, can't attempt to unbind a single spell. And then put say what relic it can take. But we have heard a rumour that there could be some new Stormcast coming.
Well, we know Sedavos is coming.
Yes, but that's not he's going to be his name, but he looks like Sedavos from Game of Thrones, so there you go. But some possible rumours of Stormcast mages. Now that would be interesting, because, quite frankly, that is Stormcast's biggest weakness. They can do nothing against spells. You've got your heavy hitters, your horde killers, your monster killers, objective grabbers over there. You're shooting your big blobs of units that you can take up to 30 to stop things. Your fast movers, your flyers, you've got everything except for mages. So we don't know if it's true, it's just rumours at the minute, but hopefully. This is January. I'm doing this January 18th, so hopefully soon we will hear stuff, because for the best part of 2017, Sigmar, apart from the General's Handbook, Sigmar was ignored.
Well, from May onwards it was, because you had the Stormcast Battle Tome,
Yeah.
Caradron Overlords and Khorne.
But then
that was it.
The last half of the year,
You had the Firestorm campaign with the city boxes, and that was it.
so fingers crossed we get some, not just new Stormcast, just some AOS love will do. Some more strategies coming out, whatever, new games, game types, scenarios, maybe some more scenery.
Hopefully.
Anyway, I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Please ignore my horrendous camera work. I'm not used to it, I'm shaky. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you later.